Welcome back to Unknown Capital. Today we're going to be doing episode 2 of Fighter Profile. We're going to do Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Let's get right into the video.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is currently ranked 6th in the welterweight division. He's arguably one of the best strikers in that division, and according to Faraz Zahabi, he is the best striker in the UFC. So let's get right into his history.
Wonderboy Thompson is currently 32 years old, but he's been fighting since the age of 3. This is because his dad was a professional kickboxer and he taught him the ways, which has made him such a great fighter in the UFC. Wonderboy Thompson has some really good credentials, where he's a black belt in kickboxing, a 5th degree black belt in Kempo Karate, is also a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and also a black belt in another form of Jiu-Jitsu. And this has helped him become such a nightmare throughout his kickboxing and UFC career. Wonderboy Thompson went on a kickboxing rampage where he went undefeated with a record of 57-0 and with 39 knockouts.
Like that, you know, it's...
He is out. He will not be getting up.
This allowed Wonderboy Thompson to become a 5-time kickboxing champion. Some good stuff, Wonderboy. Then in 2001, Wonderboy Thompson was the #1 ranked in the Chuck Norris World Combat League, which is a big deal at that time. After going on this kickboxing rampage, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson started MMA in February 2010, and he went 5-0 before he got into the UFC. So he won 2 by unanimous decision, 2 by knockout, and 1 by submission, which was done by a rear naked choke.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in the UFC has a record of 15-4-1, and his kickboxing experience has transcended into the UFC, making him one of the most dangerous strikers in the UFC. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson made his UFC debut in February 2012 against Dan Stigger. And already in his first fight, he knocked him out with a roundhouse kick.
Because the way that Stephen Thompson placed it, it was blinding.
Achieving him knockout of the night, which is fucking insane. We already knew how special he was from the first fight. Since 2012, Wonderboy Thompson has achieved the 2nd most knockouts in welterweight history, which is at 5. And the 4th most knockdowns in welterweight history, which is at 8. So we always know we're going to have a performance from this guy, which makes him just so fucking special. And throughout his career, he's achieved performance of the night 3 times and fight of the night 2 times. So we always know we're going to get a show from this guy. So let's break down Wonderboy Thompson. What makes his striking so special? So we can start off with striking accuracy. His striking accuracy is at 44%. But I don't know how you judge that, but that's actually really fucking good. Because when you compare him to someone like Conor McGregor is so precise with his shots. He's very crisp. We all know that. We see that in the Eddie Alvarez fight in 2016. But his striking accuracy is actually at 49%. So if you compare that throughout of the whole of Wonderboy's career, having a striking accuracy of 44% is really fucking good. And his strikes per minute is 3.93. That's 4 strikes per minute. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do people deal with someone like Wonderboy? No wonder he's so dangerous in the welterweight division. Additionally, what aids his striking is his takedown defense. He has the 5th highest takedown defense among active welterweights, which is at 78.8%. So he likes to keep his opponents on their feet, and that's where he does the most damage, of course, and this takedown defense actually helps him with that. And his favorite target is the head. I'm not even surprised. The most strikes that he's landed is in the head, which is at 66%. No wonder he's always knocking people out in the welterweight division, and no wonder he's so dangerous in that welterweight division. So the most important fights that Wonderboy has had in his career was against Robert Whittaker, Johnny Hendricks, and twice against Tyron Woodley.
Looking to finish a fight. Can he do it here? Mario Yamasaki all over.
A big win for Stephen.
So in the Robert Whittaker fight, he was able to stop him with a TKO stoppage in the 1st round. As we move on to Johnny Hendricks in 2016 February, we see the most skill from Wonderboy. The reason why is because his sideways stance allows him to fight forwards and by going backwards. And as Johnny Hendricks was putting the pressure, because we all know he's a power puncher, so as he was putting the pressure on Wonderboy, Wonderboy can fight backwards. And as he was doing that, he went back and then he gives him a straight right and started putting the pressure on Johnny Hendricks. And as Johnny Hendricks was against the fence, he was putting the pressure, giving him a few punches, round kicked him to the head, did a spinning round kick or spinning back kick to Johnny Hendricks, and able to get a TKO in that fight too. Even though Wonderboy Thompson is a nightmare in the welterweight division, there are some major flaws in his game, especially coming against Tyron Woodley and recently against Anthony Pettis. In the Tyron Woodley fight, for example, in the first round, the first Tyron Woodley fight, in that first round, we see him get taken down really easily.
Beautiful trip.
And after getting cut with some nasty elbows from Tyron Woodley, he seemed to have hesitated throughout the whole fight. So he wasn't the same when it comes to his striking. He was pulling back in his punches, not giving Tyron Woodley his true skill set. And I think that also transcended into the second fight as well, where Tyron Woodley eventually won. And then when you look at the Anthony Pettis fight, what happened just last year, he got knocked out really easily. And the reason why I think that is because his hands is always so low. He doesn't pull them out to guard. I understand that he uses it to make his punches more unpredictable, because he really trusts on his footwork to get away from punches and to counter. But sometimes he just has to put those hands up. That's why he got caught easily against Tyron Woodley with his power right hand. And then you have Anthony Pettis being able to knock him out. But yeah, those are the two major flaws that he has in his game, and that's been exposed throughout his career. So let's talk about Wonderboy's favorite techniques that he likes to use. So the first being the karate blitz.
He eats a lot of shots. He's hurt. This is...
So the karate blitz, there's 3 ways that he does it. The first and the second is depending on the distances, but the third way he does it is by changing up the angles, like we see against Jorge Masvidal. So the first one is when he's at closer range. So Vishwa. So let's say he's very close here in his fighting stance. What he does is he goes jab, cross. Normally he crosses all the way to get the person dazed. From this close, he goes all the way, and he's lifting his leg. He's like charging into him. That's the difference. It's not a jab and a cross. It's not that. He's literally jabbing and crossing and putting his whole body weight on this leg to bring this leg forward. And this leg is very important for Wonderboy, especially because he likes to add a kick in there as well. So that's what this leg is used for, like we see against Dan Stigger.
For the shoulder and then landed on the face. Really a beautiful.
So with Dan Stigger, you see, come. So what Dan Stigger does, he tries to move out the way. So as I come punching, move out the way like Dan Stigger. So come out this way. So he comes out here. So he's moving to his left. So he goes 1, 2, and then brings the kick round. The kick round behind over his shoulder, and that's what knocks him out. That's why the close range and charging and this leg following through is one of the ways he uses the karate blitzes to incorporate his kicks. The second way is when he's at a further distance, and we see this against Tyron Woodley in the first fight, and it catches him real bad. So this is the way he does it. So let's say Vish was at a longer distance, like Tyron was in that fight. So when Vish was at a longer distance here, what he starts off doing is jabbing to the face. So Tyron Woodley or Vishwa's focus is on blocking his face, so block your face. But then what he does is he leans in, all his weight here, and he changes the levels. So he jabs and keeps his hand there, then leans. All the weight is here, and pushing off this, he follows through. So how it looks like, he jabs, 1, 2. So he's like literally charging into him. So when he does it, it's okay, you can stay there, Vishwa. So when he does it, he's literally like jabbing, and 1, 2. It's very quick. So he's like jabbing, and 1, 2. It's all in one. It's a fluid motion. It's not 1, 2. It's not that. He's literally shifting the weight from one leg to the other. That's why his long stances help him to shift that weight. His long stances help him to shift his weight to the back when he wants to counter, or if he wants to move forward, he puts the weight all in one leg, boom, all into the front leg. That's where all the weight goes. So the third way is against Jorge Masvidal. So with Jorge Masvidal, we see him change up the angles. It's not depending on distance. It's really to just bamboozle the opponent. So in this case, Vishwa. So in this case, what he does is he jabs in front of him. So all the focus for Jorge Masvidal goes to the head, right? But he brings it down just a little, but his hands go further apart so he can get right on top of that chin. So how he does that is he jabs, and this back leg shifts to the side. And as he shifts to the side, he's away now. He's not in front anymore. And then he goes over with the chin, and that knocks him down in that fight. So those are the 3 ways the karate blitz is used. From a shorter distance, boom, boom, putting all that weight there so that this leg is free so it can kick. And then the second way is literally from a further distance just to catch it, like he did against Tyron Woodley. So he jabs, puts the weight, hits the body, and then boom, straight at the top. It's all in one fluid motion. So that 1, 1, 2, just like that. And then the third way is literally changing up the angles, which he did against Jorge Masvidal. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Literally changing it up. So that's why we have Wonderboy Thompson being one of the best strikers in the welterweight division. So let's talk about Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's kicking game.
Initially, right across the temple and the forehead, you could just see it topple Jake Ellenberger.
So we all know that he's known for his flashy kicks, and we've seen him knock out a few number of people with those kicks. But how does he land them? Well, he uses the side kick as a smokescreen, and he does it really well. He uses it as a jab also to maintain that distance. He wants to keep his opponents further away because he knows he can get to them with his footwork. With the karate blitz, he knows if they charge forward at him, he can throw the side kick and to maintain that distance. But even if they charge forward, he can fight backwards. He can go back and boom, boom. He can fight backwards. It's very easy for Wonderboy because of that footwork that he has. So let's talk about the side kick and how it can lead to other great kicks that he does. Vishwa, please, can you come? Why do you keep doing this? Stop!
I'm not getting paid enough to do this.
Oh,
Please like and subscribe.
can we get on with the fucking video? Come on, please. Okay, so how does he do the side kick? So come here. So how does he do the side kick? So he lifts it up and boom to the body. He can use this as a smoke screen because that side kick can go really deep into the opponent's body, and then they remember it because they don't want to feel that side kick ever again. But he uses that, the lifting of the leg, to trick his opponents because he can switch it up to a roundhouse and a spinning hook kick, and I'll show you how. So it will be the start of the fight. He'll be here bouncing around and just tapping or feinting, throws a side kick, boom. Yeah, they don't want to feel that, so then let's say it's round 2 of the fight, round 3 of the fight. You see him, boom, feinting again. He lifts that leg. They're thinking, oh no, side kick. They come to cover to the body, but then it's perfect for the head kick. They see him do the head kick. You see him do a hook kick, and that's not very thrown a lot in the MMA, and he's the only one that does that. He's never knocked out anyone with that, but he has days like a person like Matt Brown, for example. So he's here, fighting again, and then boom, hook kick, right over there. He's even thrown a spinning wheel kick against Jake Ellenberger. He done that twice, and he was able to knock him down actually. He just whips from part of his head, and his neck just goes like this, and then he's gone. And the way he does that is beautiful. Straight away, boom, straight there, just beautifully. He can also do a spinning back kick as well, but he doesn't do that as often. We've only seen that in against the Matt Brown fight, and even the spinning back kick is beautiful as well. So he's there, and then bang, straight with the spinning back kick. So you can see that side kick opens the door for all the other kicks and maintains that distance for him to attack. Maintains that distance that's best for him to be able to strike so efficiently and so well. And this is why we love Wonderboy Thompson.
Wonderboy looked really good in his last fight against Vincente at UFC 244, where he won by unanimous decision. And going forward, both of us want to see Wonderboy Thompson fighting for the title because we believe that he deserves a title shot.
Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video.
Peace.